Morning everybody. Some of my younger viewers asked me if I would do a little video on what grows best in shade and what grows in full sun. So I'm going to start off with my shade garden and then we can move into the sun in another video. I've got Inca lily in a pot. This is not full sun, not full shade, because we've cut back some of the trees, and some of the trees being deciduous, which means they lose their leaves in winter. Their leaves haven't grown back yet because it's only spring, so they're just budding up. So this does get quite a bit of sun in the day, but it will be shadier in the summer. Excuse all the birds. So this is an Inca lily in a pot. These inherently grow in full sun, which it's getting at the moment. This is my pink garden bed, so I've got mostly pink and purple flowers in here. This is a Salvia salmia, that flower in the frame there. Also likes full sun, that's why it's doing so well here. These are busy lizzies or impatients. Don't like full sun. They prefer shade or a light sun. These may have to move in my summertime. I've got elephant's ear there and the wild ginger. So I've got a few other plants that enjoy shade. These little urns I planted up. I'm growing millet in them, the grassy texture on either side. That's millet. Underneath the millet I have it's a canary creeper, an ivy canary creeper, and in the corner there something called a toothache plant. Those little flowers you can eat and it actually stops your tooth aching. Doesn't help for cavities, but it stops the toothache itself. Then I've got this here, which is the indigenous salvia, very tall growing. It grows over 6 foot. And then some more busy lizzies. These are actually quite awesome. They've got little pods, if you can see that. If you squeeze them, they pop open and disperse their seeds. It can be great fun. Then further down towards my chicken run, obviously the busy lizzies have done their job and just popped open seeds everywhere. So they're doing their thing. And then I've got a tree begonia. Turn around this way out of the sun. So that's a tree begonia. It's sort of growing up like this and out and gets those pretty little flowers. This is an orchid, dies down in the winter and then springs back up. It gets a pretty little purple flower. Oh, excuse my chicken. Just a quick update before I go back to the shade loving plants. These are the plants that I showed you how to plant, the egg boxes. This is the bachelor buttons coming up. These are the star flowers coming up. I've got chicory over there. Sorry, over here. I've got broom corn coming up in here. We had a storm last night and I forgot that I'd left these guys out because I usually bring them in and they got a little bit blown over, but they'll rectify themselves. Some things are taking longer to sprout up. Those are the lemon basil. These are cornflowers, very, very pretty. That's linseed over there. So you can see everything comes up at different times. It just depends on what the seed is and your weather conditions. But I'm quite happy. There are a few cells that haven't germinated. There could be many reasons for that, but overall I'm happy with the germination rate of these trays. Sorry guys, my battery went flat, so I had to go and charge it, but we were here I think when we left off, and I've got again these busy lizzies, also a shade loving plant, and then I have a, if you look here, oh that rooster, he's going to get the chopping block soon. That is a fuchsia, very pretty fuchsia. And then we'll go further along, and I've got stuff that's waking up, like this is the bleeding heart creeper. You can see it went dormant, and now it's getting all this new fresh leaves are starting, which is pretty. I've actually got one that's in flower. I'll show you that now. There's another, this is the common fuchsia over here. That's not flowering yet, but it will. I've got a white azalea here, some more busy lizzy. So all these plants enjoy a variation of shade. You'd obviously get ferns that enjoy shade. This is almost like a ground cover type fern. And then you'll see in here, all these busy lizzies have set seed. So those will all be pink or purple or maybe even a slightly orange color that will come out of there. I'll try and pan across. This side gets slightly more sun, so I have got a Westringa, which is an Australian rosemary. I've got a volunteer tomato, which is sprawled on the ground here, and then it's going up through that ginger bush. And then I've got more busy lizzies. I've got Artemisia, which is this grey foliage. And then in here I've got salvia. So this area here definitely gets more sun than this area. And if we walk around, I'll show you. I've got even more things that like shade. This is a type of Plectranthus. Gets the most beautiful purple flower. Almost looks like a wisteria. I've got more busy lizzies, and then again this area gets a little bit more sun, so I've got a pelargonium. But this doesn't flower like it should. It's got beautiful green foliage, and it's grown tall because it's reaching for the sun, but it doesn't flower as much because it doesn't get enough sun to flower peripherally. It will flower, but not like it should in the sun. I've got a lady slipper. I don't know if you can see the flower. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit. Hope it doesn't go blurry. So this is a lady slipper. Its flower sort of dangles down and it opens up. Gorgeous, gorgeous. This is a creeper. Doesn't like shade, but then it's going up a tree, so it's getting more light than the plants underneath it. I've got more elephant's ears and lots of stuff that love shade. Absolutely love shade. If I pan around this way, see you've got your pelargonium, which is your geranium. Because it's getting more light, it's going to flower more. Sorry, I don't need to make you feel sick. This is a fern we dug out from somebody who didn't want it, and I planted here. I don't know if it's going to make it. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. And then some more ferns and some more busy lizzies. Now I've got white and pink mixed. And then in here I've just planted these, newly planted them, hydrangeas, which are waking up. And they will either be a blue or a pink. It depends on the soil acidity content. So we'll see when they flower what they'll be. I'm hoping blue. I love blue hydrangeas. I need to just fill up this gap here with something, but maybe the busy lizzies will spread their seed and it will fill up on its own. So shade loving plants are things like ferns, busy lizzies, fuchsias, I'm trying to think, oh, that Plectranthus. And when I say shade, it's like a mottled, you see there's some sun, but as the sun moves then other parts will become shadier. There is definitely a distinctive variety of plants that are shade loving, and then there are distinctive plants that are sun loving. Most trees prefer full sun. That's obviously because they grow tall and they stretch. Oh, I wanted to show you the bleeding heart flowers, just starting. So their hearts actually, oops, haven't quite opened yet, but those are the bleeding heart. And there's, oh, there we go, there's sunnets. Got their little hearts open. So this gets full of those. And it's really quite pretty. And then I've got a Hoya mixed in there, and I have got a Jade vine and a jasmine. So a really nice mix of creepers that are on this pergola. You step back, you'll get a better view of it. There you go. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the shade loving plants. I will try and update you on some of the sun loving plants soon. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and comment below. Bye bye. Stay safe.